If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi everybody, welcome to our Pulp Cthulhu, the Two-Headed Serpent campaign that we're going to be starting next week. Tonight we're going to be making some characters for it. We're going to get everyone to make characters. We've got some new overlays that I threw together over the past week. And kind of excited, but also stupidly nervous because that's how I roll. If I'm not playing the game by the seat of my pants, then I'm not doing it properly.
Fair.
So yeah, we're going to go around the table. We've got obviously a new face here, which isn't mine, or Weef's, or Fishy's, or Claytor's. So we'll get
one new face.
We'll get she plays it to introduce herself, and she can tell us all about herself.
Yep. So I am. She plays it, otherwise known as Minnie, otherwise known as Alize, otherwise known as many other names. But I play lots of many different games, hence why it's she plays it. I will be looking into doing Resident Evil 2 very soon. Do a lot of Atlas RP, role-playing games, things like that. And I got brand new dice. Look at, I got Critical Role dice. For those who don't know, Critical Role is amazing. Pretty sure you guys do, right?
Yes.
I don't watch it. I don't have time to watch it. And also,
my camera doesn't pick it up, but new Critical Role dice. It's got the Critical Role logo on the 20 spot. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I role play. I live stream.
What do you play? RPG wise.
RPG wise, a variety of things. Oh wait, you mean like single player or?
No, I'm talking about like proper like nerdy book.
Non-video.
Yeah, book. You know what we're doing today. Type
stuff.
Oh,
D&D. I've done a bit of D&D, mostly with Clater. I've DM'd for a couple of games. It's really fun, but it's so time consuming. So lots of props for Clater for being able to hold that game for as long as he did.
How did you hold it for?
9 players, 6 months.
Fuck that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So
that.
Yeah.
9 players.
9 players, 6 months. I'm not kidding. I did it.
Yep.
I'd rather not. Just saying. Yeah.
You'd rather stop for 7 months and then have to drag everyone back?
What does that mean?
Us before 7C.
Did we stop for 7 months?
We stopped for a really friggin' long time, yeah.
Yeah, probably my fault. No, things just didn't pan out though, did it? I think that's what happened. Twice.
Yeah.
That's going to be my excuse anyway.
Well, the biggest thing is, again, it's very time consuming, and then you have to plan these things out, and then you also have conflictions with, real life work, family, things like that. So it can get hard.
Yeah.
So.
Or you just get incredibly drained.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Burnt out, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super burnt out.
I've been very close to burning out multiple times.
It's fine. I don't blame you. It's very stressful. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you have offline campaigns as well, don't you, James?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Not at the moment. I've sort of stepped back from doing it. Usually I try and run the same game that I'm running tonight on Wednesday and try and do it a week before, so I have a rough idea. I get to this is this that's happening, and I get to see how it works. Does that almost like a playtest, I'd say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost like a playtest that I get to do, but I haven't done it this time. I can't be fucked to do it this time. Yeah. But yeah, things are good. So yeah, shall we? Weefs.
Oh, hi, I'm Weefs. I play video games like Raft and
Other Raft.
Life is Strange 2. I'm going to be playing this week on stream. But for now, I am trying to figure out which handbook I should be looking at in order to make the best possible character.
So my advice is look at the Pulp Cthulhu book. I know you haven't got that, but you've got it. Should have it in PDF.
No, I do. Yeah. I've got PDFs everywhere. I have them both at the moment.
And then use the job list or the career list or whatever in the investigator handbook. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to compare if there's overlap or what, or if there's any additional ones in the Pulp Cthulhu book, or if there's. I didn't have a chance to do that.
Oh,
Well,
there's
if Exorcist is not in the original handbook, then I guess I gotta find something.
Sorry, what's?
Exorcist.
Well, if it's in the Pulp Cthulhu book, then it also that's an additional career that's not. That's probably specifically designed for. Why do you want to be in it? Is that what you want to be?
Oh.
All right.
Why are you judging my character?
No, I'm just. Well, I'll all right. Okay, sure.
It looked interesting. I did post it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Had plenty of time to protest, James, but also if it's not in the main handbook, then yes, I will find something else.
No. I'll explain.
It's additional.
I'll really explain. Yeah, it's an additional career that's for Pulp Cthulhu.
Which we are playing.
So
Yes.
so.
But you just told us that we shouldn't be using those characters. Let's just carry on.
I'll
And when we reach that part, you can explain it then.
All right. Fishy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Fishy. I've been on a break from streaming, and it keeps seeming to get longer, but I'm recovering from a shoulder injury. So I'm very excited to sit down and play RPGs twice a week with James and Clay and other people. So I'm very much looking forward to coming up with a character today and playing some Pulp Cthulhu, and maybe playing a bit of a Canadian expatriate who's drifted southwards. We'll see.
Awesome. And last but very not least, Claytor22.
Wow. I'm last this time. It's fine. It's wonderful. Great. It's beautiful. Hi, I'm Claytor22. You may remember me from my roles as Dungeon World, Warhammer.
I can't remember the name for Dungeon World.
Carl Rogers.
Was it Carl Rogers?
Yes, it was.
The guy who stabbed my dad in the back.
Yes.
Never forgive.
Never forget.
Minnie, you missed the Deadlands game where we had Hooperis with running around with dynamite and blow up Claytor's character and himself.
Why does that not surprise me?
Now,
Was this direct result of Claytor's actions, or
No.
No.
I mean, Claytor did know he was walking around with leaky dynamite and just decided to walk right next to him. So kind of, but no.
No. You may remember me from my other roles as Warhammer 2nd Edition and Warhammer 4th Edition.
And Tales from the Loop.
And Tales from the Loop. I've been here for almost 2 years.
I know, right?
Wow.
Has it been 2
Yeah.
years?
It's a really long time.
It's getting close. If not, we've passed it. It's
That was a really long break, though.
Yeah, I still count it.
Although, no, you were still on Thursdays, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been here for almost 2 years. You've seen my beautiful face. Anyways, this is my kind of game because I love H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes, where is this Lovecraft tattoo? Is it somewhere that you can show on camera? Because if it's on your butt crack, I don't need to see it.
Well, if it's on your willy, we definitely don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Hang on, you need to come up
Get close.
really small.
It's very tiny.
Hey.
What's it even?
It is one of the 50 names of Marduk, which is in the Necronomicon. Let me go pull it up because I always forget how to pronounce it.
Play summoning demons again.
He actually is the name 50 names of Marduk. Is psychic, like being able to read minds and being good at math. I'm not good at the math part. That's why I have him. Come on.
Right.
Never a shrew. I'll get it here. It's fine. Continue.
Right, so tonight, ladies and gentlemen of the board, we are going to be making characters for Pulp Cthulhu, which is slightly different to Call of Cthulhu main. Now, the reason why I've chosen Pulp Cthulhu is lots of people online, and I think it even says it in the book, but I may have skimmed it. But it makes like long-term campaigns that will be run over the next year for Cthulhu. basically the survivability of characters in the base game is very low. So there's more chance of them like having to change characters, and obviously the people that started the campaign may not be the ones that finish the campaign. Where Pulp Cthulhu, there is more chance of the characters that start a campaign are at the end, maybe very messed up at the end, but they're still the same characters. So there isn't. So I don't. It just means that there's more continuity throughout the entire campaign rather than
Dying.
well, characters dying. Yes, I mean it still can happen because combat is still kind of deadly, but it's not as deadly, and you've got like ways.
We're a
to
bit
cheat.
buffer, basically, aren't we?
Yeah, and you can cheat death as well in Pulp Cthulhu.
Oh.
Which is a really cool mechanic. If you die, so if your character dies and you've got 30 luck points left, you spend all your luck and you die for that scene, but the next scene you turn up and you as a player needs to come up with how you survived, whether you fell into a volcano or you fell out of a plane or whatever. It's up to you as a character, and perhaps other people can help as well. But you need to come up with a reason of how you survived. Like, as luck would have it, I fell on a hot air balloon, and the captain of the hot air balloon, couldn't believe that I fell on the balloon, when I fell out of the plane without a parachute, and yeah. But the plan is I'm going to run the Two-Headed Serpent. The Two-Headed Serpent. I will get some proper things done for that at some point over the next week. I've got lots to do this week. Once we've done the Two-Headed Serpent, have a little break or play some individual games or something a bit. But the main aim for me is to play. We're going to play. I'm very nervous about that one. Is Masks of oh god.
Nyarlathotep.
Yeah, that one.
Ninjas. Masks of ninjas.
Which is considered one of the best ever pre-written campaigns ever. So. Yeah, and I've got the physical thing, and I've got it in PDF, so I'll have to sort that all out and get it all sorted and read and stuff. So this is going to be basically me figuring out how to run pre-written Call of Cthulhu games. I've watched plenty of videos online about it, and yeah, hopefully it should be a very, very fun campaign from what I've seen and heard about it, and what I've read so far is really interesting. So yes, so shall we do some characters?
Yes.
That's the plan.
Excellent.
Okay, so can you all access your characters? That's my first question.
Character sheet? Yes.
Yep.
I've given access to everyone to have access to all their the same characters. Just because I think sometimes it's a little easier to see when you can see other people's character sheets. Sometimes you don't feel like you're just sitting on your own, and that doesn't make sense. I just like being able to look at other people's character sheets, just so that when you're making a character sheet or when you're making your characters, you've got a bit more interaction, and you can make sure that you're not like duplicating skills or specializations and stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing this in a minute. Makes sense in my head.
Yes.
Yes.
You're fine.
I'm just getting something for. I did read this out before, but I'm going to get someone else to read this out for me. Okay, enjoy.
All right. The year is 1933. In South America, the Chaco War between Bolivia and Paraguay is in full swing. The two countries are fighting over contested territory, which is believed to be rich in oil. You've been employed by the humanitarian charity, the Caduceus Foundation, to deliver medical aid to civilians caught up in the war. Caduceus has flown you to Asunción in Paraguay, from where you traveled across country by various means. You are escorting doctors, nurses, and medical supplies to an aid camp deep in the jungle of the Gran Chaco. As well as needing medically trained staff, this mission also requires adventurous types trained in wilderness and jungle survival. Anthropologists and linguists. This is Pulp Cthulhu adventure, so expect high action and create your heroes appropriately. The truth is that the Caduceus Foundation is a front for an organization whose real agenda is to battle elements of the Cthulhu mythos, but your character doesn't know that yet. They are just heroes who have decided to extend help to those in need. But don't worry, your team leader has the full story and will fill you in on the real mission when the game begins.
So, you've all got character sheets.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
So, step 1 is you need to choose a pulp archetype, which is in the Pulp Cthulhu book. So this book, on page 15.
Maybe that one.
Also, the game. Also, as a word of advice as well, the game is going to. Your base of operation is going to be New York City. So my suggestion is to make sure that your character has some form of tie to New York City in 1930s. Also, Prohibition is still in full swing, and it won't come to an end until the end of this year. And obviously, no one knows that yet because it's not been passed. But yeah, so there's still speakeasies and running and stuff like that going on. Mafia is pretty big in New York, and things like that. So the war hasn't started. Is it 19? Yeah, hasn't started yet. So
Yeah, the war won't start, especially
The Second World War.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 39, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 37. I don't know why I thought it was. Or was it the ending? It ends in 45, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got like another 15 years to the end of World War II. Well, about a decade before it starts. The Great Depression's still going on as well. There's lots of people who are, there's lots of like people out of work at the moment as well.
Mm-hmm. Bread lines and all that jazz.
Soup kitchens and all that malarkey.
Mm-hmm. Dust Bowl.
So did you want us to use occupations from Pulp Cthulhu or the main book?
So there's obviously a list in Pulp Cthulhu, right?
Yes, because it gives me this massive list of suggested jobs once I pick a archetype, which is why I'm asking at this point.
Because I haven't had a chance to look through the Investigator's Handbook and look at compare the careers to see which one's got. So, Pulp Cthulhu may have careers that the Investigator's Handbook doesn't have, and the Investigator's Handbook might have careers that Pulp Cthulhu doesn't have. So, use a combination of the two.
So we can use occupations
Yes.
from both.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
In that case, I will be a cold-blooded exorcist.
Right. Cold-blooded. So that means you need to, you're gonna, because there's no space on this character sheet for it. What I did is I went into edit and put in my notes on there, but write down, because you usually get a choice of. No, you don't get a choice. All right. So your core characteristic is intelligence. Just write that somewhere so you can remind yourself of that.
Okay.
James, I was going to say, if you wanted to read out any of the archetypes or anything, it might be better to just read out the ones that we end up picking.
All right. So we've got cold-blooded, yes.
Yep.
Cold-blooded, a rationalist who is capable of just about anything. Cold-blooded types may follow some twisted moral code. However, their view of humanity is cold and stark. They're either good or bad. There are no shades of grey to navigate, just the harsh realities of life and death. Such people make effective killers as they have little self-doubt. They are ready to follow orders to the letters or pursue some personal agenda for revenge. Such people may do anything to get the job done. They are rarely spontaneous people. Instead, they embodied ruthlessness and predetermination. Sometimes they will try to fool themselves into believing they have a line they will not cross, when in reality they are merciless and will go to any lengths to fulfill what they see as their goals. So adjustments. So your core characteristic is intelligence. That's important when you're rolling your attributes. You get to add an additional 100 points divided among any of the following skills. Arts/craft, acting, disguise, fighting, any, firearms, any, first aid, history, intimidation, law, listen, mechanical repair. Is that physiology or psychology?
Psychology.
Psychology, stealth, survival, any, and track. Now, what I suggest, if I was you, I'd either pick 5 or 6 of those skills.
Oh wow, okay.
And
I
split.
picked 4. Seems like it would spread things thin.
Well, all right, 4, 5, or 6. But yeah.
I mean, they're bonus points anyway. So.
Suggested occupations is bank robber, beat cop, bounty hunter, cult leader, drifter, exorcist, federal agent, gangster, gunmole, hide muscle, hitman, professor, reporter, soldier, street punk, tribe member, and zealot. Talents. Must take the hardened talent plus 1 other. And then suggested traits: rationalist, see everything in black and white, ruthlessness, callousness, brutal, pitiless, I'm not even sure what that means.
Pitiless.
Pitiless, alright. And hard nosed. Right, anyone else pick their archetype?
I've got one.
What did you go for?
A mystic.
Mystic. A seeker of the hidden, explorer of the unseen realm, the mystic quest for secrets and the fundamental truth of his existence. They may be book-learned, academics, shamanistic, healers, circus diviners, or visionaries, but all pursue knowledge and experience of forces outside of the natural order, be it for personal gain or for the betterment of mankind. With the Keeper's permission, a mystic is able to tap into supernatural powers beyond the ken of average folk. Often they have been persecuted and hunted, hiding their gifts from those who would call them witches, while others are considered charlatans and little more than sideshow freaks. Such heroes must take the psychic talent, allowing them to invest skill points in 1 or more psychic skill. Okay. Right. Core characteristic is power. Get to add 100 bonus points among any of the following skills: art, crafts, any, science, astronomy, disguise, history, hypnosis, language, other, any, natural world, occult, psychology, sleight of hand, stealth. If the psychic talent is taken, allocate skill points to the chosen psychic skill. Suggested occupation: artist, cult leader, dilettante, exorcist, entertainer, occultist, parapsychologist, tribe member. And then you get to take any 2 talents, but psychic talents are recommended. And suggested trait: calculating, cunning, two-faced, manipulative, chaotic, wild, and flamboyant. Who else has picked?
Hang on, before you go on. How much do you want us to do at this point?
What do you mean? Well, I'd put the 100 points into your skills. The 300 points of skills. Also, remember that some skills already start with something in it, so it will be added to that. So, for example, if you put anything in Drive Auto, it starts at 20%. So, if you put 20 points into that, that would be 40. Obviously.
Okay, so you want us to do all the rolling and stuff as well?
No, we're not on that stage yet.
That's what I'm asking. I don't know what stage we're on.
So we're just doing your archetypes. So the archetypes, you get to split 100 skills, 100 points of
100 bonus points, yeah.
Over.
Aren't those on top of the rolls though?
Well, no, they get that. This is on top, so you get 100 additional points. So I'd split it now. Then we'll do the rolls.
What if I roll badly and then I want to top something up?
Why don't you just split it up and make a note of how much you're spending where, and then you can adjust it later.
Fine.
I get where you're coming from, Weaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would I do it now and then change it later when I could just not do it now?
All right. Well, okay. Well, you can hold on to it. You just got 100 points to spend.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Because, like, if I roll really shitly and then I need to add points later to get to your minimum 50 in fighting, for example.
Well, your attributes don't have any relevance to your skills anyway.
Okay.
Well, they will kind of, won't they, when it comes to occupation? Like, doesn't that determine your skill points based on usually like education?
Well, yeah, it's usually
or their
education.
stat?
That's a number of skills points as opposed to
Yeah.
actual like changing the roles of the skills.
Oh, yeah. The skills themselves don't affect the rolls. I see what you mean.
Oh, I thought they were related somehow.
Not at all, really. Not. I can't. Yeah, no, I couldn't say the skills are related to themselves. Who else picked?
I'm going with outsider.
We all got a bunch of freaks.
If you wanted us to be normal, you should have said up front.
Yeah.
Outsider. The outsider stands apart from the rest of society, either figuratively or literally. Was that figuratively? Okay. Such people may be alien to the environment in which they find themselves, perhaps from a different country or culture. But you're Canadian, aren't you? You're playing a Canadian, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just, in my opinion, there's not much difference between Canadians and Americans. Well, I'm going to just do that.
And you would be wrong.
Yeah, that would be horrendously racist.
No, that's not racist.
I mean, and if you define race as color, but it's not.
Nationalist?
Yeah, but nationalist means something else. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
like if you're discriminating against the French, like they're still white, but it's still racist.
Okay. I get you. All right.
I just thought there was a lot of bleed over between the two cultures.
There is.
I
There's
mean-
also a lot of bleed over between English culture, British culture, and Canadian culture and so forth.
Yeah, and American.
And American. Go get some night nurse.
Take some drugs.
Take some drugs.
Perhaps from a different country or culture, or they're part of the society but find themselves at odds with it. The outsider is usually on some form of journey, physically or spiritually, and must complete their objective before they can return to, or at least feel part of the greater whole. Often the outsider will have distinct skills or a very different way of approaching things, utilising forgotten secrets or alien knowledge. So your core characteristic is you can either choose intelligence or constitution.
Do I have to pick that now, or can I wait until?
Sure, wait until you've rolled.
Yeah.
But no, you do. Yeah, no, you do need to pick it now.
Oh yeah, right, because it determines which of the ones. I'm going to pick. Where are my notes? Con.
Okay. You also get to yet again add 100 skill points, which can be divided between arts and craft, any, animal handling, fighting, any, first aid, intimidate, language, other, any, listen, medicine, navigation, stealth, survival, any, and track. Suggested occupation is artist, drifter, explorer, hide muscle, oh my god, what's this?
Itinerant.
Yeah, is that what it is? Itinerant worker? Don't even know.
Itinerant.
Itinerant.
Labourer, nurse, occultist, ranger, and tribe member. Talents, you get to pick any two, or roll any two. And suggested traits is cold, quiet, detached, indifferent, and brutal. Claytor, did you pick?
Egghead.
Egghead, everything can be broken down and analysed in order to understand how it works. Knowledge is a treasure and a joy, a puzzle to explore. When the scholar is bookish, the egghead is practical and thoroughly enjoys getting their hands dirty, whether it's wires and gears, valves and computations.
Computational.
Engines, alright. Or blood and bones. The egghead likes to figure out what makes things tick. Perhaps an absent-minded genius or a razor-sharp virtuosus.
Virtuoso.
Okay. The egghead can easily become absorbed in the problem before them, leaving them exposed and unaware of what is actually happening around them. Depending on the pulp level of the game, the egghead may be able to invent all manners of gizmos, useful or otherwise. Think Weird Science, page 86 for details. And you get to choose. Your core characteristic is either intelligence or education.
It'll be education.
And you get to add 100 bonus points divided among any of the following skills: anthropology, appraisal, computer use, electrical repair, language other, any, library use, mechanical repair, operate heavy machinery, science, any. The suggested occupation: butler, cult leader, doctor of medicine, engineer, gentleman's lady, or gentleman stroke lady, investigative journalist, mechanic, priest, or scientist. Talents, any two. And suggested traits: knowledgeable, focus, tunnel vision, information seeker, oblivious to its surroundings, lack of common sense, and tinkerer, and irresponsible. So, yeah.
Yep.
So once you've done that, we now need to roll your characteristics.
Alrighty.
Who wants to go first?
I will.
Oh, okay. So which one? Which you went for education, didn't you, for your thingy?
Correct.
All right. So strength, you need to roll 3d6 and multiply that by 5.
So it's slash R3D6.
Yep.
I'm assuming, and then times 5.
Yep. You can put X.
Okay,
right.
you can.
Okay. So
Oof.
house rule
45.
is that any runs you roll on, any ones that are rolled, you get to re-roll. So re-roll that 1d6.
Okay. Roll 1d6 is a 2, so
50.
50. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's already set to 50. Yay.
Constitution, roll 3d6 and multiply by 5.
3d6 times 5.
Re-roll the 1.
Yep.
Re-roll the 1.
Very. Oh, is it okay? Okay.
If we stick R less than 1 on the end of every roll, that should automatically do it. Is that right?
Maybe. I
think
mean,
so.
less than is away, right? Or towards. I always get confused on that one.
Less than is one with the small point pointing left.
Ah. Doesn't look like it works. So anyways.
I just did my macro completely wrong.
Oh.
That didn't work either, I don't think.
You're
Maybe
talking about
R.
mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm putting the re-roll. Basically, I'm doing it wrong. Excuse me. There we go.
3 is 45, right? 9 times. Yeah, 9 times 5 is 45. And that
Yeah,
was
9 times 5 is
for con. Okay. All right. Size, right?
Size is 2d6 plus 6 multiplied by 5.
James,
Yes.
is this house rule for all house rule for all rolls or just for this character creation?
Just for character creation.
Okay.
There we go. 70. 35.
Appearance is yet again 3d6 times 5.
36 times 5. 50. 60.
Power is 3d6 multiplied by 5.
60.
And education, because it's your chosen attribute, is 1d6 plus 13 multiplied by 5.
That's interesting, though. 75.
Okay, you also get to roll one additional d10, and you can add that, and you can split that over as many or as little attributes as you like.
All right, 7.
I can go next.
Okay. Strength is roll, so 3d6 times 5. We roll ones.
65.
Constitution, being your chosen one, is 1d6 plus 13.
85.
Size is 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
Oh. 90.
Dexterity is 3d6 times 5.
50.
Appearance is 3d6 again.
65.
Intelligence is 2d6 plus 6.
80.
Power is 3d6.
65.
And education is 2d6 plus 6.
55.
Okay. Roll a d10, and you can then add that or split that over as many attributes as you like. Obviously, re-rolling ones. Re-rolling ones.
Okay.
Hey, Weefs or Mini?
I'll go, I guess.
Strength is 3d6 times 5.
Okay, so 60, and that's my strength?
Yep. Constitution is the same roll again, 3d6 times 5.
Okay.
Size is 2d6 plus 6. So your size is 70. Dexterity is 3d6 again.
Okay, 65.
Appearance is yet again 3d6 times 5.
Okay.
Intelligence is 2d6 plus 6.
Okay, so 60. Sorry. And that was intelligence?
Yes. Power is 1d6 plus 13 times 5.
Okay, so 75. Holy crap.
And then education is 2d6 plus 6. Again, times 5.
All right. And then I roll a 1d10 or no?
Yes, 1d10, and then you can split that over your character.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Hey, nice.
And last but not least, Weefs.
that's me.
Alright, strength is 3d6 times 5.
Done. Con is the same, unless
Yep.
I'm doing this wrong or I'm magically just rolling 50 on everything, which may well be the case.
No, it looks right.
Yeah, I think so.
Size is 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
85. Am I massive?
Yeah.
Oh,
You and me and we're hardy.
Dexterity
Nice.
is 3d6.
75.
Appearance, 3d6 again.
36. Yep. 60.
Intelligence was your chosen one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that's 1d6 plus 13.
Ooh.
Power is 3d6 times 5.
65.
And education is 2d6 plus 6.
70.
Okay. That's that. Obviously, roll a d10, then you get to split that
Oh,
over
yes.
and catch your attributes.
Patch up my ugly face.
You can choose any age between 15 and 19. Age modifiers are not affected in this in Pulp Cthulhu. It doesn't affect your character depending on how old you are or how young you are. So that's pretty cool. Now we need to do luck, which is or determine other attributes, which is luck. So roll 2d6 plus 6, everyone, and multiply that by 5, and that is your starting luck.
2d6 plus 6.
Yep.
Are we still using the one reroll modifier?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I do that right?
Yep.
Okay.
70 luck.
65.
Rachel?
65. Oh, wait, did I do that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your starting luck, write down your number.
Where's luck?
Under hit
Right
points.
under, yeah, hit points.
There. Okay, I see.
Make sure you've all ticked pulp hit HP as well in the hit point box.
Yeah, otherwise I have 11.
Yeah, that doubles.
Yeah. Hence more survivability.
Mm.
Sanity is equal to your power, unless it worked out for you already. You may have done that.
Sorry, what's equal to power?
Sanity.
Oh, sanity.
Yeah.
That's going to constantly be going up and down. Magic points, is that already been worked out?
So should that be power, and then in start I put in my power, and then it says over 99 for some reason?
Yeah.
I think that's the maximum.
Yeah, you can't go
Yeah,
under 99 in...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same for luck as well. Luck maxes out at 99.
Okay. Yeah, magic points already calculated out.
Okay, damage
movement.
bonus.
I believe that auto calculate. No, it
No,
doesn't.
damage bonus isn't. Okay, everyone add your strength and size together and tell me what numbers you've got total.
I got 120, so it's none.
120, yep, none.
I've got 155.
155 is 1d4.
Yep.
And your build is +1.
Yep.
I got 135.
135 is 1d4. And your build is 1.
Yep.
I have 130.
131 d4 and your build is +1. I think your movement rate should have been worked out, but if it's not, we'll work it out now. So you need to add your strength and size again.
No, it's no.
Okay. It says here if both dex and strength are each less than size, your movement is 7.
Yes.
If either strength or dex is equal to or greater than your size, or if all three are equal, your movement is 8. And then if your strength and dex are each greater than size, your movement is 9.
Correct.
Yep. So my movement's 7.
Yeah.
Same for me.
We're too bulky to move fast.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't-
too
I don't know if
scrawny.
it means you're fat or whether it just means you're like really tall or whatever. I don't know.
I was looking at the investigator's handbook, and it says like if you're like 80 size, you're very tall, strongly built, or obese, and if you're 99 size, you're oversized in some respect, like you're crazy big, 130 pounds, 150 kg.
I think the issue is because my strength is low and my size is massive, I'm fat.
What's your constitution?
50. I rolled 50 for both strength and con. I might put points in them, but I haven't decided. I haven't seen where it might be advantageous yet, so I'm saving those for until we get through this.
Step 3, determine Pulp Cthulhu.
I think it would be a better idea if we pick them and kind of make, like you were saying when we were on break, weaves of just like making sure we don't kind of consolidate too much in one trope.
Yeah.
Top
But I figure it's kind of a pick what you want and then roll for the ones you don't care about, so you don't wind up sitting there for 20 minutes debating.
Yeah, it's not a terrible idea. I think for talents, I want to take Tough Guy and Lucky.
What do they do?
Tough Guy soaks up damage, may spend 10 luck points to shrug off up to 5 hit points worth of damage taken in one combat round. And because I have a feeling with like 36 hit points, I'm going to probably be putting myself in harm's way a fair bit with the size and everything I have. And then Lucky regains an additional 1d10 luck points when luck recovery rolls are made.
Are any of you going to be particularly charming?
No.
I wasn't planning on trying to be particularly charming, no.
I might be then. Minnie?
I don't know about that.
Sounds like a no. Okay, I'll go for charm. Because I get one extra skill of my choice as a personal skill for my job. So if I throw that in, then I'm going to go for smooth talker for my physical talent.
I'm going to pick Weird Science and Quick Study. Weird Science allows me to make gadgets that are either, well, start like normal is like a one-time use, like an auto lockpick. Or like I can have them do combat or various other things.
And what was the other thing you went for?
Quick study. And half the time required for initial and full reading of Mythos tomes, as well as other books.
What was the other talent you went for, Weaves, or did you not go for another talent yet?
I haven't picked yet.
Right.
I'm looking at the mental stuff. Oh no, I have to take hardened. Wait, is that in addition to... Because I have to take hardened for my cold-blooded, but is that in addition to the normal talents, or does it use up one of those 2 slots?
Yeah, so you must take the hardened talent plus one other.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. That's my second. Yeah, I get to ignore sanity point loss from attacking other humans, viewing horrific injuries, or the deceased.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the psychic power psychometry and the animal companion, but I don't know, like, is there a particular list I have to choose from? Or, because I was thinking, like, either an owl or a snake.
Looks like you just get to pick, because it does say EG.
Yeah, you just get to pick.
I'm guessing the examples just meant, like, pet
Like size.
style, not elephant.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll go with like a snake.
Snake.
Yeah,
Snake.
Kind of base it off my current RP character a little bit.
Hey, next step is determine occupation. There's
Yeah.
there's
I did mine.
okay. There's a load in the Pulp book, and then there's loads in, and there's probably more in the Investigator Handbook as well.
There are so many occupations.
Which are all fun. I chose Doctor of Medicine.
Okay.
I've already selected the skills. I'm choosing the other 2. I've got First Aid Medicine, other language, Latin. I chose Spanish as also another language that I have out of my 100. Psychology, Science, which is Bio, and Pharmacy. And any 2 other skills as academic or personal specialties. I was leaning towards anthropology because I already put points into it, and not sure what else. Or is anybody going to drive?
I was not planning on driving.
No, I can't now that I've picked charm.
Okay, then I will choose drive auto. I'm a doctor. I've got to have a car. Sorry.
Makes sense.
House calls.
Got to make those house calls to Mrs. Anderson.
Hmm.
Her husband's
Okay,
never
so
home.
Claytor, you start with the number of skill points you get is education times 4.
Yep.
Spend into your
So
occupation.
80 times 4. Why would I think that would have worked?
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
What if you just like rolled 80 times 4?
I don't think that's how rolling works.
I don't know.
We can trick it. Ha! Ha 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 ha!
Yeah, it worked, son of a bitch.
That's not what rolling is.
I know. So I
Suppose
have
technically rolling is wrong, isn't it?
so I have 320 points to spend. Holy shit.
And Weaves, what did you said you picked? What did you pick?
Exorcist. Edu times 4.
Okay.
Which gives me 280.
I am picking itinerant worker. So I'm just a dock worker.
300.
Or at least, that's what I started doing when I came to the city. It's education times 2 plus either dex or strength times 2. My strength's higher, so I get 240 points to spend.
Vinny?
Occultist.
Is it just a 1-to-1 even if you're not trained in it?
Sorry?
Like, example, D&D 3.5. If you're not trained in a skill, like if I wanted to take an example, natural world, it's 2 points for every 1 point to go up.
You can only buy skills in your profession skill. And then the 100 points you can buy, which is to do with your archetype skills. Can't pick.
Okay.
You can't choose outside of it. Also, remember you got to put points into credit rating as well.
Well, wait, it says starting between 30 to 80.
Yes, it'll start at 30.
Okay.
And then you can spend. And then you can just put additional points into that.
Up to 80.
Up to 80. Yeah.
Okay. Where's credit rating on this sheet?
It's a
It's
skill.
in order under skill.
So you don't have to spend
Oh, yeah.
30 points to get it to 30. It starts at 30.
It would start.
For me,
It starts at your occupation where it's occupation minimum. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so first
Can
aid.
you do the wins?
If that's the case, I'm gonna do this. Fuck anthropology, and then I will take firearms.
Is that in your skill?
I could choose any two as academic or personal specialties.
Okay.
Yeah, I get to pick 2 as personal era specialties, so I'm going to pick firearms rifle.
Is that the RS?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's
Rifle, shotgun, and
Yeah.
then HG is handgun.
The cultist, wasn't I?
I will pick handgun then.
Yeah. So, Minnie, your occupation, your skills points start at education times 4. Credit rating
Okay.
between your credit rating starts at 10 and can be taken up to 80.
So I just roll it. My education is 65, so 65 times 4.
Yep.
Whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
65 times 0 is 65.
I know. I meant to put the 4 in there. All right. And this would be occupational skill points. That's magic points. Where do I put the occupational skill points?
It's something you're going to put into all the skills.
Oh, okay. So I get 260 points to divvy between all of. Is it the only ones that are the skills that are listed under occultist?
Correct.
Okay. And can I divide them any way I want?
Yes. My advice is don't be jack of all trade, but don't. So I'd say like pick 5 or 6 skills to really concentrate on.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I think the book says you're better off going 60 to 80 instead of 90 in a few, right?
yeah, don't be a jack of all trade, but don't be a glass hammer neither.
Gotcha. All right. And they've already got points. Like, let's say I'll use anthropology for an example as sitting at 1. I would just take that 1 and put whatever amount from the 260 into that.
Yeah. So it
Okay.
automatically starts at 1. So you've already got 1 point in it, and then any other points you just add. It gets added onto it.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone else have library?
No.
Okay, I might pump up library use then.
The ticking, just so you know, the boxes along the skills, along the sides of the skills, are used in game. If you do a skill test and succeed, you get to tick the box which says that you've used the skill in the game. And then,
Okay.
And during the development,
Okay.
the hero development section at the end of the story, you get to roll to see if it increases or doesn't increase.
Well, I mean, at least
Right.
for now, it's good to like have as a basis.
So we can actually use all these skills, just we're really bad at some of them, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I might actually leave them ticked for now just so I can see what I have.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
No, I unticked some and now I've already forgotten what I'm looking at.
Yeah, he's got quite an interesting way of character advancement.
Yeah, it's interesting trying to like I feel like I'm socketing all of these like points in a bunch of different ways, and then I'd be like, okay, now I have this left over and this other pile of points. Shit.
Mhm. Go big.
Or go home. That's the saying, right? Isn't it? Go big or go
Yes.
It is.
30.
What country did you say we're in to start with?
home. You are in Ascension in Paraguay.
Paraguay. Okay. And what country is the next adventure thing in? Or should I not worry about that? I have another language, basically, so I got to pick something.
Well, the game's going to take place all over, so enjoy.
I'm taking French as a second language.
Yeah, I'll go with Spanish. Do they speak Spanish in Paraguay? They do, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, official languages, Spanish and Paraguayan Guarani. I feel like Spanish would be more useful.
Gee, Clayton, what did you spend your extra 40 points on from your original 100? Well, I just bumped my credit rating to fucking 60 because fuck that.
Yeah.
I think my credit rating is 0 to 10, so I might just leave it at 0 or just put it like really really.
What was your job again?
I'm an itinerant worker.
Ah, yeah. Maybe you're between jobs.
I thought it was going to be Mountie.
No, I was
You-
talking
oh.
about being like disgraced Mountie or something.
Yeah.
but
So
I
you're
don't
still
know.
an ex-Mountie, I guess.
yeah, I can still be an ex-Mountie. I just haven't figured out how to make that work with everything yet. It's just ideas.
There is another bunch of skill points to come in a second, by the way, once you're all spent.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have everything.
I got my occupation skill points done.
I'm trying to figure out
Oh.
where survival is.
done.
Oh wait, we can only go to
Oh, you have to add
100%, right?
You have to add survival.
Yeah. Trying to remember how many points I had left.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, is he one of yours?
Yep, he's one of mine.
Hi, Craig.
I think he only came because he heard of Minicam.
Do you not normally stream with Cam?
I do occasionally, but I know I'm planning to do a Minicam with my RE2 stream.
Me screaming.
Yeah, pretty much screaming.
Where the fuck am I?
Oh, I lost track of my points.
I
in
have
your bedroom.
70.
You're in your bedroom somewhere in Northern California.
Central California, thank you. Please get it right.
Okay.
Please get it right, or I will eviscerate you justly.
Very true. Usually both Twix or explosions.
Half of Dex. What's half of 35?
17.2.
And then you round down, so 17.
17.
Not 0.2, 17.5. 17 something.
17.
Shinobi
fuck it,
knows.
That's fine.
That knows.
It'll be
Shinobi,
17.
Thank you.
How do we math again?
You type it into the computer.
And repeat whatever Google tells you.
Just so you know, Minnie, sometimes we talk about food because that's what this stream
Seems to be a Sunday thing.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, in England we don't get that, and then oh, but we get this.
And then like 20 minutes of snacks occurs.
Yep.
Well, then I came prepared. I've got
Yes.
chips. I've got donut holes. I've got all sorts of stuff.
Fuck it. I am getting ahead of the American curve. I am 75 in Spanish. Like, I had an extra 50 points. My credit rating is now 80. Fear me.
Just remember, there's also
I
a
mean, I
bunch
should
of,
pick a different
just-
language.
Just remember though, there are a bunch of skills that don't appear on this list, so as well.
Mm. Yeah, I added animal handling. I saw it on the other skills, but I just put it in the blank.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like there's hypnosis and stuff like
I
that.
don't know what kind of weapon I can use though.
Meditation.
I'm also 80 with a handgun. 80
What
credit
other
rate.
language, sorry, should I take then? If you're doing Spanish, if you're pumping loads into Spanish, there's not much point in my also knowing Spanish.
I have Spanish and 30 in Latin.
What is your character?
Doctor.
Ah.
I mean, I have to know Latin. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, well, I was just realizing, like, if I'm supposed to be an exorcist, should I know Latin? Shit.
I mean, I only have 30 in Latin, so, like, I don't... If you want to go more into Latin, which would make more sense, it'll be like, I got this. What did you get?
Like, why would I waste 30 points on Spanish if you've already got 75? It seems
Yeah.
silly. Unless you die, obviously. Later, don't die.
Wait, what's this?
I'm also the driver.
Yeah.
What's the Cthulhu Mythos? It says
So-
with Keeper's agreement may include Cthulhu's Mythos.
So Cthulhu Mythos is basically your understanding of the Cthulhu Mythos. The more you know, the lower your basically. So basically, it's linked to your sanity. And the high, so as your and it will increase during the game as well. But and that's for everyone. But Cthulhu Mythos, the higher your Cthulhu Mythos is, the lower your maximum sanity is. Because you have a more you understand the horrors that actually exist, and it just means that you can't. I'm just going to put it up for you though, and read it out. I think there's extra things in the actual main book. So this skill, so Cthulhu Mythos, this skill reflects understanding of the inhuman, brackets Lovecraftian, Cthulhu Mythos. It is not found on the accumulation of knowledge as academic skills are. Rather, it represents
that's me,
the
Craig.
opening and turning of the human mind to the Cthulhu Mythos. Thus, Cthulhu Mythos skills derived from encountering deep ones, for example, is transferable to other situations and entities, also referred to as that which man should not know. The Cthulhu Mythos is antithetical to human understandings, and exposure to it undermines human sanity. No investigator may take points in Cthulhu Mythos as a starting skill unless agreed with the keeper. There is no tick box. Good point. I need to change that. I forgot to do that. I've got my James as the GM. I need to change it. James as the keeper, just to keep in,
That's fine.
Themed.
Yeah, there is no tick box for Cthulhu Mythos on the investigator sheet, as successful use of the skill does not often offer an increase in the investigator's percentile in the skill. Instead, points in Cthulhu Mythos are gained by encounters with the mythos that result in insanity, by insane insights into the true nature of the universe, and by reading forbidden books and other mythos writings. A character's sanity may never be higher than 99 minus his or her Cthulhu Mythos skill. As Cthulhu Mythos points proliferate, they crowd out sanity points and leave the investigator vulnerable. Whether spore or other evidence of mythos monsters is found, a successful roll against the skill allows the investigator to identify the entities, deduce something about its behaviour, or guess at some property it may possess. Am I just reading bollocks? Or did it all make
I mean, you're reading the book.
You're reading the book.
Accessible well also allows the investigator to remember some facts concerning the mythos, identify a spell by seeing it cast, remember that a particular spell or piece of information may be found in a particular mythos tome, or achieve some other task. The Cthulhu Mythos skill may also be used to manifest magical spells like effects. And then in Pulp Cthulhu, I think it's got some extra things that happen.
Oh god, it does have a bunch.
Hey, are you already on the page?
Yep.
Well, you can read it then.
In addition to the standard description for this skill, users have the option to spontaneously use Cthulhu Mythos, allowing the user to improvise magical effects akin to spells. This is resolved in the same way as any regular skill use. The player first states a name, the keeper then considers if the aim is acceptable, and suggesting a lesser aim if possible. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so some examples of spontaneous Cthulhu Mythos are: to cause physical harm to one target, the caster chooses the number of magic points expended and loses half that number of sanity points. To banish a monster, the caster spends magic points equal to 1/5 of the monster's power and 1d4 sanity points. So yeah, basically it looks like we can use our sanity and this skill to commune with the recently deceased, to commune with the long-term dead, create a physical ward, or to comprehend mythos languages. So we can basically call on our knowledge of the mythos to pull things out of our butts. Not literally. I mean, I don't think so. I know I skimmed a bunch of that, but I suspect a lot of it is just going to be. If you want to look at it more closely, Minnie, it's on page. I definitely didn't lose my page.
36.
36? Okay. So if this is something that I would want to agree, because it said to get your, basically, your permission, would it be something that I could use?
Well, if it's something you're interested in taking, then I'll probably allow it.
All right. Because, yeah, I think...
If you're not that interested in it, then you don't need to.
I mean, because my girl, the way I'm designing her so far, she's kind of seems like she's definitely not normal. So I could kind of see her having that kind of a little bit of that background knowledge, just to a small degree. Because I said I see that at the maximum, of course, is 20%, which works for me.
James?
Yes?
If I take Chinese as a language, would that be a complete waste of time for the adventures you have planned?
Yes.
Okay, won't be doing that then.
I still say Latin.
I might just not take another language. I
That's
should probably
also
dump a few points in Latin.
I'm gonna peruse everyone's character and see what skills they've purchased.
Can I run to the bathroom during this time?
No. Oh, it is break time. So yeah, take break. Break time.
Break time.
We'll take a break. We'll take a 10-minute break.
Peruse and look around at everybody's character sheets.
Okay. But couldn't you take, you were talking about like mystic languages, weren't you?
Yeah.
There's a thing about that if the GM lets you.
Oh, yeah.
Ancient or unknown languages should not be chosen unless agreed with the keeper. Ordinary earthly languages, maybe.
What? What was it about the languages?
Oh, ancient languages, because I was looking at the magical thing, because I feel like magic might be a little bit more fitting rather than a flamethrower, as much as I would love the flamethrower. But I was thinking of, for languages, ancient languages, in order to read tombs.
Are you an archaeologist? Tombs or tomes?
Tomes. Like, because of what I was reading of the magic, you have to read tomes for certain spells.
Right. Yeah. Some of them are translated into English.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's multiple different languages that can be used.
Trying to figure out which one would be the most useful, which hasn't been used. Spanish is used. Latin is used.
French is fishy as speaking French.
Yeah, I took French. It seemed to make the most sense as like a Canadian expat. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese isn't useful. James, do we need something like Egyptian?
What about Egyptian or Hebrew?
Egyptian's not really used. Hebrew.
Oh.
Yeah, you won't be going to.
Ah. Okay.
Latin. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I mean, I get the feel that this is going to be more like Aztec, Inca, ancient tome than that's just the look I'm getting. Like, we're in Paraguay, so we're South America, so I don't know. I mean, I could definitely see one of us being hired if we have Spanish skills.
Oh yeah. Nahuatl, Nahuatl, which was the language of the Aztec Empire.
Do you have a suggestion for a language that we would be that would be useful in hiring? The Caduceus organization would hire someone for.
Yeah.
You could go for Greek, which is on the Rosetta Stone.
I mean, obviously you're in Paraguay, so and they speak Spanish, so Spanish might be of use.
I suppose a bit of basic Spanish wouldn't be too bad if you get separated from Clater.
Yeah, I'll do Spanish. I think that'd be fine.
I went with fluent Latin in the end. I think I'm done for this section.
Yeah, I'm done for the occupation skills. We still have more skills to go because the personal interests. That was it, though. We weren't getting any, like, were we getting bonus skills? It was just bonus ability points, wasn't it?
So I have 120 that I can dump. Fuck it, all 120 into the cult.
Wait, we multiply our intelligence by two?
By 2.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to put a load into anthropology. Money. My personal interest is money.
And then this just goes into our skills as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm putting points into fighting, brawl, and survival forest. Because if things need to get hand to hand, we should have someone.
This is true.
And if we get lost, we need like some sort of capacity there as well. So survival forest should help in that regard.
I put it into spot hidden, persuade, and dodge.
I put a few points into swim and...
Apparently I do climbing in my spare time.
That's the devil's work.
What? Climbing.
Oh wait, yeah, you're an exorcist.
I am an exorcist.
Shit.
I climb those statues. Been climbing the church spire since I was a little kid.
So I
My
found,
name is Ezio.
oh, okay. And yeah, and if you take a like, so if you've got firearms, hand pistols or handgun or whatever, to at 50%, all the other specializations are raised by 10% or 10.
All the other specializations of what? Shooting.
Yeah, so if you got like, so for example, Fishy's got rifles, shotguns at 85.
Mm-hmm.
That's above 50%. So that means firearms starts at 30%, and the all the other like weaponry skills start.
Higher.
Yeah, an additional 10%, which is an optional rule, but I think I'll be using it because if you know how to fire one gun, you generally know how to fire another gun.
So then my firearms for handguns should be 30 instead of 20? Okay.
Okay, because I've got my handguns at 60%.
Mm-hmm.
I decided for that. So then firearms will be 35% instead of 25%?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. But brawling stays the same, right?
Yep, because it's not a firearm-based thing.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Good to know. Thank you.
Okay, I'm done.
Backstory.
I'm done as well.
I've allocated my bajillion personal interests.
Yep.
Alright, create a backstory. Think about what personal history, friends, enemies, and achievements could have led your hero to delve into the secrets of the mythos. There are 10 categories listed on the back of the Pulp Hero sheet. Try to write down at least one entry for the first 6. Personal description, ideological / beliefs, significant people, meaningful location, treasure possession, and trait. It's not essential to have an entry for each category, but the more you're able to define, the more your hero comes to life. Further entries may be added or existing ones altered during play. The categories of injuries and scars, phobias and manias, arcane tomes, spells and artifacts, and encounters with strange entities may be written in during play. Of course, some heroes might start the game with a significant injury or scar if implied by your hero's history. If so, write it in. Using random tables for inspiration, you can simply come up with your own backstory entries as you see fit. However, the following tables provide a quick way to determine some details. Either roll on the table or just pick ones that you like. Above all, be clear that the random tables are there as a springboard for your imagination. Each dice roll will give you something from that realm of life to react to. Embrace it or reject it, but be sure to react to it and use it to help fuel your imagination. So the first step is a personal description. Think of a distinct look that sums up your hero's appearance, which is your appearance trait. Whether your appearance and your personality match are another question. A person may look stuffy but actually be very nice and open. Here are some possibilities listed by male, female, or unisex. Pick one that best matches your character concept, or roll 1d20 and add the results together. This is on page 39. There's a list if you want to use a list, or you can come up with your own stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna come up with my own stuff based on my appearance.
Personal description part, like I have a good idea of that. The rest of it I need to think about.
I don't know why. I can just imagine this gypsy woman for mine. She's just more of a
traveller.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm tempted to just roll some of these.
Yeah.
And then just kind of try to connect the dots myself later. And then if any of them I have trouble with, maybe change them around.
Well, let me know if you're going to roll.
I think I'm turning into Daredevil.
Yeah.
Are
I'm going to
you
roll a
blind?
1d10.
Hang on.
Oh.
Right, go ahead. Oh.
4. Oh, well. Which one of you guys wants to be my hero?
Depends on how you feel about someone who goes around exercising people for the church without having any actual belief in it. But I know a lot about the occult.
It's kind of funny because these kind of contradict each other. I don't trust anyone, but one of you guys is my hero.
You can be my hero. I could be your hero without you trusting me, definitely.
I just rolled for ideology beliefs. I got, don't touch me, I'm special.
Oh, you.
That sounds like a doctor.
Don't touch me, you fucking sick person.
Am I crazy, or is on page 40 of the PDF? I swear that the second column, those are. No, never mind. It's just, isn't there? Shouldn't there be a table here for like meaningful locations, or is that?
That's more your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they expect you to just think that up yourself.
It's just weird because that like second column says your workplace, and I'm like, but that's a location, not a.
Yeah, true.
Like that's not why somebody's significant to you. So then I was kind of.
There might be stuff in the investigator handbook.
It might just mean they're significant because they're the person from your library. No, I think you're right. There's a table. Half a table missing.
Yeah, I think there is like half a table missing or something.
Yeah, they've lost the bottom end of why are they significant and the top end of meaningful location.
Or there's something weird going on there. Like it doesn't look right. The last two on those lists are locations and not like reasons why somebody's significant.
It looks like somewhere in the editing process somebody merged those two tables by accident.
All right, 1d10 for treasured possessions. Something given to you by a significant person.
Your first stethoscope.
I was actually going to say that.
Well then. I mean, what else means doctor?
It was my father's stethoscope. He died.
And first pair of tweezers?
He died in the war. Yes.
Sounds good.
Mine is going to be a treasured family rifle because I rolled a 1 and it's an item connected to your highest skill. And I've got 85 for firearms. So, yeah, I'm definitely some sort of like family heirloom kind of ish thing. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be. Maybe my brother was in like the war, like the first big war.
Yeah.
And he died, and this is his rifle.
You can roll meaningful locations.
Where are they?
Page 55 of the investigator's handbook.
I think I've actually already figured out mine because I like this idea of maybe a family member died in the war, so my meaningful location will be a war memorial of some sort.
Yeah, the Pulp Cthulhu book definitely accidentally combined those two tables. Because 9 and 10 tally up to the locations.
And you said that we're starting in New York, right?
We're starting in Paraguay, but we're going to be based out of New York.
Oh, okay.
So I'm from New York. To make it easy. Grew up there.
So when we're done backstory, should we continue on to like round out the hero, James, or do you want to step us through that?
Yeah, we're going to move on to rounding out the character.
Oh, round out the hero, okay.
Then we do cash and assets, then equipment, and then we'll get everyone to sort of do a quick introduction of their character, explain your details and stuff and things.
I'm trying to figure out what car I want.
Well,
what? If you look at my credit rating, I have assets of it's credit rating CR times 500, so 80 times 500.
What? How is your credit rating that high?
Doctor.
The doctor.
I literally dumped points into credit. Mine started at 30, and so that's why
your job doesn't have an upper limit.
80.
Okay.
80 is my max, so I just pumped it up to 80 so I can fund our trips abroad. But I always travel first class. You can travel in the shitty seats.
Hey, I'm in the lower end of rich. Thank you very much.
You can sit there in your almost first class.
I'm still wealthy.
Peasant.
The second home of the country. Thank you very much. Get away from these infidels.
We've got to get away from these insolent peasants.
Mm-hmm.
God. I'll have a bottle of wine, please. Just the bottle, leave the glass.
You seem like you'd more be like a snifter of brandy.
Or just a bottle of brandy.
Just a bottle of brandy, leave the glass.
Some for the doctor, some for the patient. wounds.
Little goes to you.
Brandy, just leave the glass. All right, they'll just leave you a glass of. They'll take the brandy with them.
Yeah.
Because why would, if you bought a bottle of brandy, and you know, why wouldn't you say leave the bottle?
Yeah. Ford. I don't want to get a Model A. 1927 first. 600.
Remember, it's 1933, so.
Yeah. I'm looking at what is in the investigator handbook. Ooh, I can own me a Mercedes Benz. 1937, right? What's 1933? Thank you.
Are you still a Canadian? Are you still a Mountie, or are you not a Mountie?
I'm not a Mountie, no.
Okay.
What month?
March.
March?
March.
Okay. Oh my god, I want a stout scarab in my life. This is the coolest car.
What?
I'll post it in Twitch chat.
That is so a Clater car.
That is so me.
Oh god.
That is so a Clater car. Right
Now I
there.
have to definitely go see this.
Like,
Yeah.
I look at that and it screams Clater.
No. Because it's a bus?
It looks like
No.
it looks like a cat. Like it looks like it has whiskers on the front of it.
I love this car. There's only 2 doors. Why? Oh my god, I want it.
Is that our car then?
Oh,
The world's first minivan.
The spending level's $2.
Mine's 50. You know what the spending level means? I can spend up to $50 and I don't have to think about it.
$10, my bad. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Where's spending level?
There's a chart on page 42.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's every other car looks exactly the same back then.
Well, they sort of do now as well, really.
Some yes, some no.
I mean,
I don't know how it is there. I don't know how it is there. You know.
Well, all right. Well, like one
I mean,
car
I assume
comes
you
out-
all drive Mini. I assume you all drive Mini Coopers.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
All we
Okay.
drive, Plato. We're not allowed to drive
Yeah,
any
that's-
other car. It's against.
They all
Yeah.
have the do they all have the Union
Unbelievable.
Jack on them on the roof?
Of course they do.
Yeah, that's yeah. Again, another legal requirement.
You know what? Yeah. No, I own a fucking stout scarab. I don't care.
Yes.
I fucking want it.
You're a rich doctor. You can own it.
Oh shit!
Bullshit. It's made in Detroit.
No, I
From
said,
1930
I said, oh shit!
Oh.
Yeah, it sounded like you said bullshit.
It
I was
did.
gonna say.
Well, it is Plato.
It was made from 1930 to the 1940s, and it is America's first minivan, and it is beautiful.
We'll
Just-
ignore the part about the prototypes.
Yes.
In Cthulhu land, they were invented
Yeah.
slightly earlier.
1930s and the 1940 became the world's first car with a fiberglass body shell and air suspensions.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick.
$5,000. Yeah, that sits comfortably in your assets.
Yep. I have 400,000.
You need to buy a house as well.
Yeah. Fuck that. I own an apartment in New York.
There's equipment.
Are we doing equipment? What are we doing at this point?
So,
Oh, I thought we were still doing like background and stuff.
yeah.
We are.
So
I'm just waiting, and since I have the assets, I can just.
So has everyone done backgrounds?
I'm
Yes.
done background.
I have a very basic background. I mean, is this where we start tying our characters together?
Potentially, yes.
Because I know Minnie was talking about here, picking a hero.
I actually went with just sister.
Okay.
Yeah, just her sister. After all the
So, do people want to go through their character backgrounds and spell it out?
I guess I can start with my very basic background. So my character is Ethel Parker. She is a professional exorcist, and she is very good at it. Has an almost unrivaled knowledge of the occult. And she was orphaned at a young age, raised by the church, which is how she got into the exorcism business. But she doesn't actually believe in the Catholic Church, though she still feels that she owes them somewhat, and that they do good work, which is why she is doing exorcisms in their name. Plus, it works. Like exorcisms using her rosary and so forth does drive the demons back, so there's no reason to go against the church. Her significant person is one of the priests who raised her, who is Father Edward Dunn, who was the one who gave her this rosary. And she is cold-blooded and I think either ruthless or pitiless. I haven't quite decided yet because I need to look up the definitions of those. But basically, as a cold-blooded person, she will go out and achieve her goals at not all costs, but in such a way that she does not care about the people standing in her way.
And what does she look like?
She is intimidatingly tall, especially for a woman. Quite wiry, short black hair because it's practical. And again, in the time, cropped hair was not really the done thing for women. But she is good looking. She has a very charming manner, not scary, but if you catch her when she's not paying attention, then you might see that she is pretty much dead behind the eyes.
She's seen some shit.
She has seen so much shit.
Right. What I need you to do now, key backstory connection. Consider your hero's backstory and pick one entry that you feel is most important to them. This is their key connection, the one thing above all else that gives them meaning to their life. What this basically allows you, when you have downtime, you can go see or do something with this key connection, and you are able to increase your sanity. Your sanity goes down, so you're able to recover sanity at a better rate.
I don't understand what connection means, because it's like your treasured possession, your place,
Yeah, so you could have
a person,
so
and then like the first one is ideology. So would I choose ideology?
well, yeah.
Is that a connection?
Yeah, it'd be down to you how you would incorporate that into recovering from sanity loss. It's called self-help in chapter 9 of the Cthulhu book.
Okay. I'm going to go read up on that a bit more
Okay.
while other people go through their backstories.
Who else is ready?
I can go.
Okay.
I am Dr. Edward Smith. I am an average, youthful, bookish-looking man. My glasses tend to hang off the edge of my nose, and I have to push them up constantly. I get lost in doing book research for my patients and diagnosis. I have minor scars on my hand from an accident in medical school with a scalpel. I was looking up phobias and manias, but I was probably... don't touch me, I'm special. I moved from Seattle to New York to start my practice. I have a partner in the practice, John Williamson. He is my partner. I also have a few patients that I see, and I have a butler named Adam, who is also studying to do things.
And what does he look like?
Adam or me?
Self.
5'7", brown hair, green eyes, glasses that usually hang off the edge of his nose, medical kit. Like if you're going to see him in work, it's the jacket and all that jazz. But casually, he's a like almost a suit type, and he has to beat back the peasants because he owns a house in Manhattan.
Okay, so my character is Selena Loveridge. I might kind of change the last name, but I'm going with Selena either way. She's a traveling Romanian gypsy, and she's spent various parts of her life in New York after leaving her homeland, and leaving her sister and family behind because there's been a bunch of paranormal things happening in her homeland that she doesn't know, she doesn't understand. So she went to New York to kind of take advantage of some of the resources that she learned were at New York. Pretty much that's like the basics of like her background. She studies Wiccan for the most part. She loves very natural or nature-esque approaches to life, remedies, poisons, things like that. She has a bit of she gets very euphoric when it comes to like her pet snake that she takes with her. She likes euphoric drugs, things like that. And then as for appearance, she kind of looks like, you know, very loose clothes, various fabrics, colors, jewelry, pendants. Not like nice looking, it's more shaggy, like she doesn't look like she's got a lot of money really. But yeah, and then she's got curvy features and long wavy black hair, and a tattoo of a snake that goes along her side and up her shoulder. Pretty much. Very crazy.
Cool. Fishy?
My character is Dudley Gibson, who grew up in rural maritime Canada. So he kind of grew up living off the land with his family. But something I haven't figured out exactly what happened. He took the opportunity to follow his destiny and moved to New York, where a friend that he grew up with is living and working on the docks. So he's chasing his destiny in New York. Whatever that is, whatever it sweeps him up in, it's got to be better than kind of living at home in rural, uninformed Canada. So so his friend is who he's living with in New York City, but he also has kind of like a connection to New York through this war memorial where he goes to kind of talk to his dead brother who died in the First World War.
Right.
And he has his brother's rifle from the war as well as kind of his treasured possession. He, as a person, he's kind of in his late 20s, stocky and large, a bit muscular, a bit scruffy, a bit hairy, mess of hair. He's polite, honest, and a bit of a risk taker. So I don't want him to be too much at odds with Weef's character.
How so?
Well, you're a bit cold, right?
Yeah. Extremely.
Whereas I'm more polite and honest.
I'm not bitchy. I'm very charming.
Okay.
I just don't care.
As long as you don't care. Well, it might make me sad. But yeah, I'm a more than capable person. I grew up I've got a lot of nature skills, some skills in swimming and tracking and the natural world. But my experience with the occult is pretty non-existent. But I'm more than ready to say that my destiny is already decided, and I'm just getting ready to be swept up in it.
So why would Caduceus bring you on?
Because I am a good tracker, so I can handle the woods. I know managing woods. Yeah, sure. South America is South America, not North America, but I can find my way around the woods. I can track things. I can help find bands of, because we're going in there as kind of like a war relief, right? So I'm the muscle. Yeah. I want to be kind of like the muscle kind of character. We don't really have a more muscly focused character, so my thoughts are I'm more of the less of the brains of this situation and more of the person that stands between the terrifying things and everyone else.
In fact, I want to ask everyone that. Why would Caduceus bring you on?
Well, with Selena, she actually, part of the reason she took to traveling over to New York and studying, the strange happenings is because something happened to her. She started to learn that when that happened, she started to develop psychic powers, to an extent of not like crazy psychic. The number one thing I think I was choosing was where you can touch something, and what was it? Second Alan?
Was it?
Can't. Was on the. Well, I gotta look at the character sheet again because it's there. I think it was the psychoanalysis. Was that where you touch someone and you can kind of?
It's an object,
like,
yeah.
And pretty much kind of get like a history of it and things like that. I actually should put more points into that. But so it's more a little just like slight psychic kind of nature that she's been honing her skills on, and the fact that she's willing to join this corporation if they'll have her, because it not only like she can benefit them, but they can benefit her as well.
Plato?
Simple and easy. I'm a doctor and able to provide relief and assist in a countless number of ways.
All right, cool.
Always useful in the forest.
Exactly.
And Weefs?
I am one of the world's foremost experts in the occult and in anthropology.
And so the final step is final two steps. We've got just finish off your character. So name, birthplace, gender, a picture. Then we've got to do cash and assets, and then equipment. So most people have done their names. I think most of you done your birthplace. Is that right?
Yeah, mine's Romania.
Gender's been done, and try and find a picture during the week for me, please.
Yeah.
Cash and assets. So what's everyone's credit rating? So we'll go around the table. So we'll start with Claytor.
80.
80. So that means you're wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Your cash is your credit rating times 5.
Mm-hmm. 40,000. Oh, credit. Yeah, cash is 400.
400. Okay, so you have $400 to spend. This is all US dollars, by the way.
Yeah.
So not necessarily carried on the person. The keeper may ask where it's been kept. So yeah, this is just like.
That's my spending cash.
Mm-hmm.
It's your pocket money.
Yeah, that's my pocket change.
Spending level is $50. This is
which means I can spend
below which for ease of play, no record keeping is required. The character spend up to his or her spending level with no expenditure of cash. In theory, a hero could spend any amount just below their spending level every day, but in practice it should be usually only occasionally.
Okay.
And then your assets, which is assets are the things that your hero owns at the start of play, and the dollar amount on the chart is the total value of those things. The player should note down the dollar amount and decide what form it takes, usually property or investment, or perhaps he shares in a business. The standard list of possession is included within the various brackets of living standards. If your living standards includes a house and a car, those things constitute a part of your asset value. So what's your so it's your credit rating times 2,000.
40,000.
No, it's not. It's times 500.
Oh, times 500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wrong book.
Fishy, what's your credit rating? Muted.
Yeah, I realized it. 10. 10. 10.
Yeah, poor people.
Average. So your cash is your credit rating times 2.
Okay, so 20.
$20. Your spending level is $10 a day.
and I have $500 worth of assets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have to figure out exactly what that is. I know one of it's going to be that rifle, and I'll have to look over the equipment chapter and kind of decide the nuts and bolts of that.
Minnie, what's your credit rating?
Mine's just between 10 and 80. I'm not sure how to figure it out.
If you haven't put any points into it, it's going to be 10.
Oh, okay, then yeah, 10.
So you'll be the same. You'll be the same, exactly the same as Fishy.
Okay.
And Weefs.
55.
Okay, so you're wealthy as well.
Yep. Just scrape in there.
So your so your cash is your credit rating times 5.
Yep, that's 275.
And your assets is credit rating times 500.
27,500.
And your spending level was $50 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you can spend and buy some things. So
Yeah.
equipment. The final step is to write down any important items, weapons, or equipment your hero possesses. There's no need to write a detailed list of everything your character owns. Just list the notable items. In some cases, starting heroes don't really have anything exceptional or worth writing down in the way of equipment. Items that fit the profile of your hero's living standards do not need to be paid for. You simply own those. Any item standards to the hero's occupation can be considered to be owned with the keeper's consent. Player may buy additional items if available for purchase. And it's chapter 14.
Is this the investigator's handbook now? No, that does not have 14 chapters.
There's probably stuff in here actually. So here you go, have a look.
Collected player handouts.
14.
Really? Chapter 14?
235.
It says refer to chapter 14 references, but the book has chapter 15 as references. And references has it's chapter 15.
Okay. Mistakes again.
What chapter is it?
It's chapter 15.
Page
and
254.
Oh, look at me. I will order a large pork chop.
I'm like, do I want a mink coat? Perhaps I want a mink coat.
Are we doing the bacon and barbed wire thing again?
Yes. What was it? Deadlands. All of us had meters and meters of barbed wire and like giant piles of bacon.
It roughly ended up going from like San Francisco to like Sacramento. It was insane. Like I had an insane amount of barbed wire that should not have been possible.
Yeah. I had a lot of bacon and coffee.
Yeah, we determined that we could slowly take over the world.
Mm-hmm. Bacon and coffee will keep you running for months.
Yeah.
Lack of fiber could be a problem, but you're in the Wild West, so it's always going to be a problem.
Three-piece bedroom set for $50. My God.
We can have tons of pork chops.
You're right. At the restaurant, 30 cents a piece. For 3. God, the car prices.
I can't decide if I want to be for or against prohibition.
I just want a gun.
I'm against prohibition.
What a gun.
Grand piano. Clay, do you have a grand piano?
I do. It's $400. Why the fuck not? Like, do you really like? I can have a home.
Fuck it, I'm buying an electric washing machine. I ain't got time for all that mangle bullshit. I'm a working woman.
There's no way I can spend $40,000.
You could just buy 2 houses, and then you need like 2 of all the home stuff. Obviously, you're going to need 2 grand pianos.
2 grand pianos, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be in houses. Like I said, you said you own a business, so some of that assets will be put into that business as well.
Yeah. I own a vacuum cleaner.
I own a farm and 6-room house
I own 2 of them.
with an electric washing machine.
An electric iron. So a home was only $7,000. I literally could buy real estate.
That's like twice the price of my farm. How much is a farm slave?
I think slavery was a thing now. I think they had a war a few years ago about
I don't know. We called them something else.
prisoners.
Family. I definitely need some kind of farm butler. Someone's got to look after it. I don't think it's on the list. We'll deal with that later.
I have a movie camera.
Ooh, I might have a movie camera.
Awesome. So you
Gotta film those exorcisms.
take 5 hours to like do all that, set that all up. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Wonder if you have a pet or, animal companion, like, is there a place where you get kind of a general idea? Are they useful for anything?
They could be.
There's a skill for it, so it's got to be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. It might have stuff in the back of the book.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through what I can see. Okay.
I might get fancy and have 2 pairs of trousers.
Oh, page 26.
2 pairs of trousers. I mean,
I love that you're struggling to buy 2 pairs of trousers. I have a closet full of them.
Oh no, it's not the money, it's the practicality.
Has your cat got a
you're
wheel?
right. Yes. We can roleplay setting up a will if you'd like.
No.
I get out my fountain pen.
Oh yes, I own a fountain pen. I own a typewriter. What are you talking about? A fountain pen? I only use that for my signature, which nobody reads anyways.
Snake!
Snake!
The stats of snakes on 339.
I have a bullwhip. I have 37 bullwhips. They're $6 each.
Trousers are more expensive than a sled.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense.
It's a very cheap sled.
Oh my God! Why? Why is that a thing? And I want to know what it is.
What?
What?
War boomerang.
The war boomerang, what?
Oh my god.
257.
Clearly, it's a boomerang meant to be used in war.
Yeah, obviously.
They were weapons.
It's still just ridiculous to see that. Okay.
As opposed to just a fun boomerang.
Yeah.
I'm buying some brass knuckles and a gun.
I need a big stick. I can't get nunchaku because then I basically will be Daredevil with eyesight.
Nice leather backpack. High quality. Cow leather. Definitely not made from rabbits that I stitched together.
Definitely not. It's fine. I have a 45 automatic pistol, as well as a 38 automatic pistol.
I'm gonna buy a set of binoculars.
My search history is gonna look so good. Exorcism tools. What is more useful in exorcism, machete or sickle?
I feel like the sickle.
I feel like the sickle is more weird and therefore a better visual.
Yeah, I'll give you that much.
Why hasn't Clayton got his own army or mob?
What is that?
Because he's a
question?
doctor.
I'm a doctor. Yeah, that's all.
The war doctor.
I should have taken cult leader. Let's face facts.
Yeah. Rich cult leader.
Rich cult leader.
I'm going for a sickle.
All right. Well, James,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Can I buy 10 75 millimeter field guns?
No.
You gotta
Damn.
carry them.
That's where I have the sleigh. I mean, pack mules come in. Pack mules.
They're
Nurse. She's a nurse.
Nurse. Oh,
they're they sound military, so they'll probably be out of general public's hands.
Oh. Hey, dynamite's only $2 a stick. How many sticks?
Yes.
For 40,000.
Let's see.
No.
James draws the line on dynamite. We've seen how this goes.
No, there's a bullet.
Let's see how many potatoes I can buy with the remainder of my money.
Spend all the rest of your money on potatoes and fish.
It's a good way to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say like $400 worth of potatoes or so. 2 cents a piece.
They
That's
definitely
like
don't start sprouting and rotting within a week.
40,000 potatoes, James. Can I have 40,000 potatoes?
Yes.
Is there any way we can convert rotting potatoes into dynamite?
No.
Are you sure, though?
Yes.
How to make dynamite.
Can I make a flamethrower out of potatoes?
Yes.
So, does anybody want, like, I don't know, 2,000 shuriken? Anybody?
I don't have much throwing, so.
I have throwing.
So, all right, 2,000 shuriken for Sweets.
Thank you.
She gonna be loaded to the teeth. God help you if she
I
trips
keep them
and
next to my
falls, though.
sickle.
Yeah.
I just have them loosely stitched to
Some-
all my clothes. They're hidden in the boat.
I had
Someone
them.
has to push her around because she's overloaded with fucking.
Yeah.
I had them custom made into crosses for you.
Into what? Crosses, yes.
Yes.
Little Jesuses on everything. I have hot cross. I'm so gonna eat one later.
I don't have any justification to having a hand weapon.
Ooh, I can buy some handcuffs.
Self-defense, Clay.
You're right. I need a sword.
Or a little knife for emergency surgery.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to move if you had 2,000 shuriken.
I don't have 2,000 shuriken.
No.
Because that, it would weigh you down. You'd have to be pushed around in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know that.
Or
I could get
towed.
Clayton's nurse to drag it in a car.
Yeah.
I think we might simply be out of sensible things to buy.
Yeah. I've bought my essential equipment and my 14 baby grand pianos in my home,
Okay.
my business,
Okay.
my vacuum cleaner, my electric washing machine, my 3-piece dining set, my 8-piece, my 3-piece bedroom set.
You
times
don't have
two.
to, like I said, you don't have to write any of this stuff down because it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
This is stuff that you're carrying with you.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
well,
that's
you got to
under
identify our assets a little bit.
possessions. Cash and assets are separate.
Vacuum cleaner.
Clearly, I need to carry the vacuum cleaner with me.
I mean, you get clearly for exorcisms, we need those to hoover up the ghosts.
Yeah, it's clear. Also, with the amount of potatoes that Fishy has, it clearly runs the vacuum.
On our potato batteries.
Yeah.
We're definitely
No.
not distilling vodka out of those at all. No, not at all. Prohibition.
Oh, you probably are. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna get some whiskey. I'm anti-prohibition. It seems impractical and stupid. And I'm a very rational person.
You're well, you're not Catholic. I was like, you're Catholic. You're
No,
just-
I'm like nominally Catholic, but not really.
yeah.
Also,
I'm a psychopath.
I think it was just religious nut jobs that were like anti-alcohol, weren't it? Because I think.
No, the whole country did enact it.
Yeah, it's stupid though.
Yeah. The whole country was also still drinking like fish.
Yeah.
Even the people that fucking, instigated the fucking policies as well.
Because they're massive hypocrites.
Right, is everyone done buying stuff?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
basically rich. I can I can own whatever I want to own.
Mhm.
And I'm living out of my friend's shitty apartment, so
Pretty much.
I
I was
have
able
nothing.
to afford a bullwhip, a lockpick set, a wool sweater, and a leather backpack. And I've got $3.75 left.
Mm. I'm loaded.
I'm going to add a bicycle as well to my assets because that's like $7. And that would get me around New York.
Definitely. Why is James
Are you
laughing?
okay, Jay?
Dying.
I just find it funny.
What?
I'll be there in about 20 minutes. You can get a cab, it is New York. No,
Yeah,
I have no money.
I have no money. I'm a poor itinerant worker right now.
Are you just a poor boy?
Yeah,
Nobody loves him.
nobody loves me. Just a poor boy from a poor family.
Alright, should we wrap up?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So we'll start with Weefs.
Hello, I'm Weefs. I'm not actually a psychopath. I'm just playing one on your screens on Sunday nights. Throughout the week, you can find me on my own Twitch channel, where I will be playing Life is Strange 2, Part 2, and surviving on a raft, mostly by poking a shark in the face with a stick.
Does that shark just keep coming back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
It does remind me of Skybox, though. Just saying, from Minecraft, it's just a, sort of a similar
Similar.
idea.
Survival while moving, instead of survival while building a house and taming a load of pets.
Minnie?
Yeah, so I guess keep an eye out for that Resident Evil 2 remake stream that I plan, hopefully, either tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for having me so far, guys.
No problem.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Fishy?
Hey, I'm Fishy. I'm here on Thursdays and Sundays, and due to life reasons, unfortunately, there is no streams at the moment. There might be, but I've got things that both I can talk about and I can't talk about yet coming down the pipeline for 2019. So hopefully I will be back to streaming more regularly this year. I really can't say one way or the other, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I'm going to definitely be here on Thursdays and Sundays.
I mean, Claytor beat you as well. I mean, J-Wall and Claytor beat you.
Claywall?
Yeah, Claywall.
Claywall.
Claywall?
Claywall.
Mr. 22.
Dr. 22.
What is he doing? Except for giving a...
Hi, I'm Playtor22. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter. Both are slightly more active now as I begin to emerge from my cocoon of winter and stream more often. I'm a doctor, only on Sundays. On Thursdays, I'm here playing a priest. I'm a doctor priest.
You're a doctor.
Cool.
You're a doctor slave owner.
Doctor slave owner.
All right, guys. Don't forget to check out my social media. The best place to, if you were interested, join the PTG Discord. That's where everyone can be found. Check out my Twitter for going live feeds. We've got lots of stuff coming up in the next few weeks. We've got yeah. So I found a GM a few days after I was like, I'm going to do Call of Cthulhu on Sunday for 7th Sea. About a week later, I found a GM. I've moved him to Monday night. So we're going to be doing 7th Sea on Monday night with a GM who understands the system, which might help me understand the system. Because seeing it being in action might help me. Yeah. Check out my Facebook. If you use Facebook, I use it very similar to Twitter. And if you use YouTube, think about subscribing or subbing to that, because that's where all the vlogs get put. And if you're feeling particularly generous, don't forget to check out my Patreon.
Woo!
But yeah, we've got lots of things coming up. I'm hunting down some more GMs for other days, and hopefully we might end up with an entire week of games, which would be awesome. But other than that, I'd like to say thank you all for watching and thank you all for playing.
Absolutely.
And thank you for organizing, James.
Yes.
I didn't really do much. I just made you all make characters. I did very little, except for read some books.
Read some books and
prep work.
everything, and yeah, it's still a lot of work.
I've got to do loads of work this week.
It's fine.
Yeah, so
Bye,
so we're
Jay.
going to say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Like and subscribe. Hit the
Like,
bell.
subscribe, hit the bell,
Dingling.
thumbs up.